वही जो सोचा। चलो है।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I, Ayushi Murarka, welcome you to the 11th webinar of Wealth Set powered by Nike Group Companies. In our small amount of time together, our goal is to make big impact in following ways. To bring confidence where there was once uncertainty. To bring clarity where there was once confusion. Yet if nothing else, we are here to grow your wealth. Our topic for today's session is 10 ways to create 100 crores. Our Your Wealth Wisher, Nike Wealth Planners Private Limited, is an organization earning trust of people for more than 30 years now. It is successfully managing more than 1,000 crores of asset, having 5,000 plus family and still counting. To have a smooth flow in your operations, we are open digitally, also running a mobile application named Enwealth. You can explore us on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Starting with our session, I'm delighted to invite one of our happy client of Nike family, Mr. Deepu Kishchandani, VP at W Maritime, a very humble, modest, and result-oriented person, one who believes in long-term investing and wealth creation. He has been a part of Nike Wealth family for over 2 decades and having three-generation relationship with us. Nike Wealth welcomes you, sir.
Want me to go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ayushi, for this introduction. One thing it tells me is over a period when you have long association, one thing is certain. You're getting old for sure also. Yes, I've been associated with NyQuil for more than almost 25 years now. I picked it up from my father. I don't know how he got associated with NyQuil. At that time, NyQuil was more into provident funds. And then we moved on to mutual funds. And now we have, yes, 3 generations. My children are also investing through NyQuil. So it's been a beautiful journey. All I could say is when I just look back, what I find why I'm connected with you guys for so long. And it's all about people. The people that are with NyQuil are very nice. I've had a very good association with them. And I think you have very good retention. In the last maybe 10, 15 years, I've had only 2 people. Vijay was there and now Vinod Mane. So it's, and you know, good people, good service, very good understanding. To have a conversation, they understand my risk profile. They know my wants. And what I like really good about NyQuil is there is never any push. There are other investment advisors, even my bankers sometimes. Sir, ये ले लो, ये बड़ा अच्छा है, ये तो बस लेना ही है. There is never any stress if I must do something like that. It's like, here is my advice. I leave it to you. You decide what you want to do. And then once you've decided, the service is very good. The follow-up is good. The paperwork is good. So I'm very glad and I wish NyQuil all the very best. I'm also very glad that you have started Nike Insurance now. Because earlier on, again for 20 years, I don't change people easily. I had one, person to go to. And then generally insurance is something, if you don't use it, then you are, complacent, everything is fine. But once I had to use it and I had to contact this person and he was not well. And then I realized, no, this cannot work like this. I cannot have insurance which comes from just one person who's following up. And I see many of us do that. So when Nike Insurance started, my first was, how many people are involved in this? We say, okay, there's a firm doing it. There is a battery of people behind it. Yes. So I've switched again all my insurances to Nike Insurance. And again, I'm very happy with the service that's all. I mean, all the best to NyQuil. And I look forward for many such years ahead of association. Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much for those kind words, sir. Now, I would like to invite our Chief Growth Officer of NyQuil and Executive Director of Nike Group Companies, Mr. Nikhil Nayak, to say a few words. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, first of all, Deepu sir. It's always a pleasure talking to you. I remember when I used to get a call from your number 1942 was 1972 was the last 4 digits, and I still remember the number. And I would always hear the warm "Hi Nikhil," and this just keeps ringing in my ears, and it's always been a pleasure talking to you. Like Ayushi said, extremely humble and modest human being, and extremely warm. I think the warmth that I learned is something that I learned from you over the years. It's been a pleasure being of service to you. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We've had more than 1,000 registrations. As I see, there are about more than 400 odd people who have logged in, and the ticker is just going up by every second. First, I would like to share that this is our 11th webinar. We believe that knowledge is the most important aspect of, is the best investment, like I said in the last webinar. In coming times, we would want to bring 2 more speakers to you. Like today's session, we always try and get the best of the industry. We would be having Mr. Ramdev Agarwal speaking on his 30 years of lessons that he learned from 30 years. We are awaiting his timings. And the other session that I would personally look up to is by Mr. Madhukar Talwalkar, the living legend of Talwalkars, and the art of living longer. These 2 sessions, I'm sure you would all look forward to. I would also look forward to these sessions. Talking about today's session, and I want to thank Deepu sir once again. Deepu sir, it's been a wonderful pleasure being with you and your entire family. That just goes to prove that, if you want to create quick money, probably, or more money, I think what is the choice that one has to make. And let me also make one disclaimer to all the new people who have joined today. We are a very, very boring way of, we are a very boring wealth managers. We don't offer many quick ways to get rich. If you're here today for more money, you're at the right place versus a quick money kind of a fix. Because I have known Subra sir for years. We've been doing some work together on financial planning for entrepreneurs, and I've realized that he will also resonate with this thought that what do you, I mean, if you want more money, you are at the right place for this next session. But it's more about more money than quick money. I look forward to this session, Subra sir, and when I heard him speak about some of these thoughts, I said, let's actually take it to our investors. And I look forward to today's session. I look forward to all of being with all of you in future also. Over to you, Ayushi.
Thank you, sir. Beginning with our topic today, 10 ways to create 100 crores excites us, right? But at the same time makes us wonder, is it really possible? Well, thoughts become things. If you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. I would also like to quote unquote Sri Rabindranath Tagore here. The stronger the imagination, the less imaginary it is. I would also like to share one of my personal mantra taught to me by my grandma. She says, the quickest way to double your money is to fold it over and put it back in your pocket. Also, since I am Marwadi, this is something which comes naturally to us. Now, to the answers that we are all looking forward to. I would like to invite our speaker for the day, Mr. P.V. Subramaniam, Chartered Accountant by profession and CEO of Subramani.com. He is gifted with two gifts. One, where he understands number, and second, that he loves to tell stories. In the first 17 years of his career, he has tasted the flavors of different roles as an auditor, an equity broker, a mutual fund advisor, and a corporate finance advisor. He then comprehended that numbers meant more when told with stories. That kick-started his second career as a trainer, educator, and an author. And he has been in it for 19 years now. He has trained more than 20,000 plus financial professionals. He is also an author of books like You Can Be Rich Too, Wealth Prescription for Doctors, and many others. He is a columnist of Money Today, Economic Times, Financial Express, Money Control, etc. Apart from this, he has also made television appearances on CNBC TV 18, Bloomberg, CNBC Awaaz, Zee Business, etc. So please join me in welcoming the man who makes smart people rich, Mr. P.V. Subramaniam. Welcome, sir. Over to you, sir.
Sir, you're on mute. You'll have to unmute yourself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hi, everybody. The way to riches is something which everybody looks forward to, right? And when you tell people the steps are very simple, they don't believe it. They say, "Nahi, nahi, kuch to hoga, kuch to tum chupa rahe ho." But like Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett say, it's so simple that nobody will dare to copy it, right? People want very complicated answers. People don't like simple answers. So people are looking for complicated answers, and the answers are actually very simple. Compounding would have worked for anybody. Compounding would have worked for your grandfather, it would have worked for your father, it would work for you. The question is, when do you start? So when you see the riches of groups like the Birlas and all, you need to understand it is 178 years of compounding. So what such long compounding does, it allows your grandchildren to take big risks, right? So they can set up a 40,000 crore telecom project and afford to hawk it off and even make a loss. Same thing for the Tata, same thing for the Birlas. It allows your children in your house, grandchildren, great grandchildren to take big risk and do big things, right? So let us look at the 10 ways of creating wealth for yourself. Yeah, that is the first mantra which always works. You need to set up your own business, take the company public. The advantage in doing this is uh, if you earn 1 rupee, it gets valued at 30 rupees, which means you have a P. So if I earn 1 rupee, that 1 rupee gets valued at 1 rupee. But if my company had gone public and I had a P of 30, it would mean that it gets valued at 30 rupees, right? So any of the 12 richest men in the world who own half the wealth of the world. Let me repeat, 12 men in the world own half the wealth in the world, and they all own equity shares, right? So real rich people in the world today own equity shares. So who are these people? People like Bill Gates, right? So whether it is Mr. Bill Gates or Motilal Oswal or Mr. Uday Kotak, how have they created wealth? They formed a company, they took the company public, and that's it. And then they kept adding value to it. So Deepak Parekh creates an HDFC and creates 100 billion market cap, right? So that is the first one to do. So for those who want to take this step, this is the best step to create wealth of this magnitude. What is the second one? Second one is you become a professional CEO of an existing firm and get a high salary. This creates some wealth, but what happens is you wait for a long time to become a CEO. So don't waste the time waiting to become a CEO. You start your investments where you join as a trainee. In the end, you become a professional CEO and earn a good salary. There have been people like Mr. Nayak at Larsen and Toubro, who were professional CEOs and would have definitely made more than 100 crores. You take Aditya Puri, professional CEO, right? So that is the second one. The third one is little, if you don't know how to create a company and take it public, that doesn't matter. Find somebody who will do it and join him as the number two. Like if you've heard of India Infoline, there is a Venkat of India Infoline. Every company has a number two. So these are people who are rich because they knew exactly with whom to latch on and take part in the riches, right? So this is another way to get real rich, because when the company goes public and the chief promoter makes 5,000-6,000 crores, you end up making 1,000-2,000 crores. Not bad at all, right? Become a celebrity. This is of course very easy, but you need tremendous talent to become a Virat Kohli, to become a Sachin Tendulkar, to become a Salman Khan or whoever, whether it's film industry or sports. Largely it is in these places that you make that kind of money. But yes, you can have an annual income in the region of 200-300 crores. Where is the question of making 100 crores? They make 100 crores every 3-4 months. So that is the kind of money you can make by becoming a celebrity. But beware, it is not for the faint hearted. It is tremendous amount of hard work. A few people make it to the super top. They make 200-300 crores, 500 crores of annual income. The others don't make it so big, but still they also make 100 crores. So getting to play cricket and playing in the IPL is one of the ways to create your 100 crores. Like they say, if you are poor by birth, that is bad luck. But if you are poor at the time you die, that is bad planning, right? So if you're not yet married, whether you're a man or a woman, make sure that you marry right and you create wealth for yourself, right? You create wealth for her and you create wealth for herself, right? Set up your own business. There are people who set up their own business and keep on taking money from banks, investors, venture capitalists, and keep saying, "मेरे को और पैसा चाहिए." This is one amazing way how people make money. They don't repay any of the loans. They don't repay any of the venture capital money. And surprise, surprise, they're able to do this over a 20, 30-year period. Then their personal net worth is more than 100 crores. Now see what will work for you, right? Capitalize on other people's money. OPM, it's called. OPM is other people's money. So there are people who can live off other people's money and make their own 100 crores. Believe me, this is the way which many people have. You will be shocked to see the kind of people who have made this kind of money. And well, this is not a way which I recommend, but yeah, this is one of the ways. Money managing creates much more money simply because you know how to manage money. See, there are three legs to a money making thing. One is you've got to earn well. Are you able to hear better now? Is there a problem with the mic?
No, sir. It's perfect actually. I think so. Some of the participants, yeah. Even I saw that.
Yeah.
But you can go ahead. We can hear you properly. I checked with the panelist. It's perfect.
So there are three very important things. One is to earn money. Second is to save money. And third is converting that money from saving to investing. Therefore, you have to manage money. Many people think that earning money is enough. Earning money is not enough. And many people think that to earn money and live very frugally. मैं पैसा खर्चा ही नहीं करता हूँ, मेरा सब पैसा बच जाता है. That is not enough. There are three legs, like I said. First leg is to earn money. Second leg is to be able to save money. The third, very important leg is to be able to invest money. Money kept in the bank account, money kept in endowment plans, money kept, in fixed deposits or PPF. It's all very nice, very safe, but it will not create wealth. Wealth creation happens only when this money gets invested. When I say invested, it means taking risk of return, which means it has to be real estate, it has to be equity, mutual funds, etc. These are the ones where, yes, you run the risk, but this is where you create wealth. Yeah, a lot of people who have real estate property don't sell it, don't use it, right? So it could lie. I know somebody who has kept a flat locked in car for about 30 years. Just with the rent that he could have bought at least 2 other flats in the same place. Yes, it's an expensive place, but you can't keep your real estate sleeping and hope to make money. That is just bad management and bad planning. Now you come to the 10th mantra, and this is what worked for me. Study well. When I say study well, I'm just saying create an income source. Now this income source can be films, it could be playing cricket, it could be playing tennis, it could be studying well, whatever. Therefore you start earning well. That has to be saved well, like I said, and that has to be invested smartly. Only when you do this combination of studying well, therefore earning well, or training well, therefore playing good cricket, earning money, and then saving well, and then investing it smartly, do you get rich. Missing out any of the steps, and wealth creation doesn't happen, right? Now, after you have created this wealth, you can just switch off the presentation. Yeah. So after creating this wealth, what happens is we then want to invest the money. When we want to invest the money, we go and ask somebody, "Acha, isme kitna milega?" Now, this is a very funny question to ask, because even the person to whom you're asking this question has no clue कि इसमें कितना मिलेगा. So he also gives you some vague answer. Now, if you're 50 years of age and this person whom you're meeting is about 25 years of age, उसको कुछ तो जवाब देना पड़ेगा. तो वो बोलेगा some number he will give, sir, 12% मिलेगा, 15% मिलेगा, something like that, and he's bluffing because he doesn't have an answer. None of us have an answer. So my argument with people is to say, boss, आप आम की गुठली से पूछते नहीं हो ना कितना आम दोगे, right? So you still plant it, and then you hope that the tree gives you more and more fruits, right? So now all of us know कि एक आम में एक गुठली होता है. Does anybody know कि एक गुठली में कितना आम होता है? The answer is no. None of us have an answer to that. And therefore you have to only count the arm after it comes in the tree. Now one tree gives say 1,000 fruits. That 1,000 fruits can give you 1,000 trees, right? So again 1,000. So making it 1,000,000 fruits is making it 1,000,000 fruits, and then making it 1,000,000,000 fruits is all possible, right? So the first question to ask is not इसमें कितना मिलेगा. The question is इसको कितना time तक आप इसको हाथ नहीं लगाओगे. Now let us come to the question that you've all been waiting for. Do you think that a middle class person investing 3,000 rupees a month, let me repeat, 3,000 rupees a month, कभी ये figure 100 crore पहुंच सकता है क्या? The answer is yes, हाँ पहुंच सकता है. Only thing is it will take a pretty long period of time. It will take maybe 65 years to reach that figure, from 3,000 crores to 100 crores. Sorry, 3,000 rupees to 100 crores. Now, there are people who do 30,000 rupee SIPs. So will a 30,000 rupee make it 100 crores? No, it will make it 1,000 crores in 65 years. So is it possible to do that? The answer is yes. There are many people who have already set out on the journey. So if you take, like I said, if you take the Birlas, it is 178 years of compounding. And here we are talking of 65 years of compounding. When you do 65 years of compounding with 30,000 rupees a month, you will actually have much more than 1,000 crores, even at 11, 12%. You think 12% is high? Reduce it to 9%. It might get pushed a little further behind. That's about all, but it will create that kind of wealth. So what is important in the wealth creation? Wealth creation, it is important to see how much you're investing, when are you starting, and how long you're leaving it untouched. All these three combinations have to happen. So if there is a child born in your family today who is say 5 years of age or 4 years of age, उसके नाम पे अगर आपने 30,000 रुपए का SIP स्टार्ट किया और उसको आपने इंटरप्ट नहीं किया, and you increase it by 10% every year, so 30,000 became 33,000, 36,000. Believe me, by the time this kid is 55, he will have his 1,000 crores. So 100 crore create करना बहुत आसान है. For his father, if he did say 15,000, 20,000 rupee SIP from his age of 25, right? He will also reach 100 crores at that age, right? So that is what we are trying to do. So for this, what is important? Following things are important. One, you must earn well. Without earning well, creating 1,000 crores and all is only a dream. नहीं होगा. You have to earn well. कहीं से भी कमाओ, पढ़ाई लिखाई करके कमाओ, क्रिकेट खेल के कमाओ, एक्टिंग करके कमाओ. Whatever you do, earn that kind of money. Save money. That is also very important. 100 रुपए कमाया, 10 रुपए खर्च किया, 90 रुपए बचाया. There are people like that. And there are people who can earn 100 rupees, spend 90 rupees and save 10 rupees, right? All both kinds of combinations are there. So what all are important? More the money you put, longer the money you put it for, greater the rate of return that you get. ये तीनों का combination में over 30-40 years, you will create 1,000 crores. Not a small amount, right? 1,000 crores. If you think 1,000 crores is too much, आप उसको कम कर दो, 3,000 रुपये से स्टार्ट करो, बट उसमें भी टाइम लगेगा. अगर आपने इतना लंबा टाइम आपके पास नहीं है और आपने टाइम क्रश किया, तो अमाउंट्स गो अप ड्रामेटिकली, राइट? ऑल योर रिलेशनशिप मैनेजर्स विल बी एबल टू कैलकुलेट एंड टेल यू. बेसिकली the most important thing is time. Time is the most important of essence, and then that is how you create net worth, and that is exactly how you create 100 crores and 1,000 crores. Both the figures are possible. Both the figures, if you put it in an Excel sheet, you will realize that it is not so difficult after all. And at that stage, even if you use it just for your retirement, it will not be a small amount. Thank you. I think I'll take questions.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a ton. I mean, this was very insightful because, as you said, that everything is in simplicity, and that simplicity sometimes we forget. So I'll just start off with the question. We have today more than 500 participants who are watching this session live. And
thank you, guys.
So that's special thanks to you, sir, because of your followers, this is possible. And we have got more than some 70-80 questions, but we have shortlisted around 10 to 15 questions, which I'll ask you one by one, sir. Should I start, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So the first question we have got from Mr. Praveen Boyer. He is asking that which is the better option of investment, in share market, direct equity, or through mutual fund?
I always said equity markets are very, very interesting. It's a very nice profession and it's a very expensive hobby. So if you don't do this full time, if you're just doing it part time, you should do it with a very small amount of money and only one trade a week or something like that. This is like your PSP station. It is very addicting. And if you get into it, getting out is very difficult. So I would advise against direct equity. Direct equity is also getting more complicated. So if it is not a full-time job for you, you're better off going through mutual funds.
Great. Thank you, sir. So this question from Mr. Manohar Rampal. He is saying that everybody would love to have 100 crores, but is there any simple scheme if I have to make slightly lesser corpus of 1 to 2 crores comfortably? And since he is a senior citizen, he is saying that in a short span.
See, the thing with compounding is the most important thing is time, right? So even if he has 50 lakhs, it will take 10 years to double, right? So 50 lakhs will become 1 crore only in 10 years. उसमें आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो, कोई magic नहीं हो सकता है. Like we say, it takes 9 months to have a baby. You can't do anything. वो 9 महीने को आप shorten नहीं कर सकते हो. You just can't do that. So yes, time is a very important thing. So जितना जल्दी आप start करोगे उतना अच्छा है. So no, but most importantly, you have to also ask, why do you need that money? If you have whatever you need for, then you don't have to chase these magical numbers. Especially if you're a senior citizen, you have to only make sure that you have enough money for your lifestyle, for your lifetime. Then why would you need 100 crores? 100 crores खर्चा करने को भी 100 साल लग सकता है.
Very true. Great. Should I mean, I'll move on to the next one. The next question is from Miss Kanika Mangal. She's asking, can you talk about some kind of a base amount to create a good, decent amount of wealth? And what is your suggestion on investing in US markets?
Actually, there is no such amount, right? For somebody, 3,000 per month would be difficult. For somebody, 3 lakhs per month would be easy. हर एक बंदे पे डिपेंड होता है कि हाउ मच मनी दे हैव एंड हाउ मच मनी दे आर विलिंग टू इन्वेस्ट. सो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. आई मीन, आई कांट सिट हियर इन जजमेंट एंड से इतना इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए. A girl staying with her parents and not paying for food and rent can save 90% of her income. Whereas a girl staying outside Bombay, she's got a job outside Bombay, she's paying rent, she's paying for food, she may be able to save only 10%. So it's very difficult. It is for each individual to decide how much he can invest.
Right. And sir, about US markets?
US markets have had a 8-year bull run, right? So people like us who have been there in the last 5-6 years are very scared कि कभी क्या होगा. And अभी Trump का election है. There's a chance that he will lose. We have no clue what will happen after that. I would do an SIP of a small amount if I were you. But if I'm already there and I'm sitting, I mean, some of us would be sitting on 25-30% CAGR. थोड़ा पैसा निकाल लेना ज़्यादा सेफ लगता है. Because what happens is जब भी मार्केट 8-10 साल एक स्कीम चल जाता है, after that people think ये तो नीचे गिर ही नहीं सकता, और तभी जब सोचते हैं गिर नहीं सकता तभी गिरता है. So US market could fall in 2020 or 2022, and if Trump fails, we don't know how the whole market will react. So I am not very comfortable, but SIP करना है तो कर सकते हो.
So most of the times we get a question from our clients that, as an advisor, we get to listen, we get to hear that, long term. But he says that if I invested in, say, mutual fund or stock, and we end up making huge returns in short term, what should we do, and what is your view on this?
Okay, so here what matters is your attitude. So if you have gone in as an investor, suppose you have gone in as an investor and you have invested in a mutual fund and suddenly it is shot up by 70-80% in a month, you realize कि इतना तो sustain नहीं हो सकता है. Even if you have to pay an exit load, it might be worthwhile exiting because you think itna to nahi ho sakta. Then you take the money, pay the tax, and baki wapas you start an SIP, because this kind of jumps are not sustainable. But if you are a 20-year view, you can stick around, but it is not very easy for people to stick around. But you should not go with an attitude of being a trader. फिर तो आप कुछ भी कचरा खरीद लोगे, because आपको मंडे को खरीद के फ्राइडे को बेचना है, या तो मंडे को खरीद के ट्यूसडे को बेचना है. Then you will go down on quality. You should never go down on quality. You should always be on top of quality. बीच में trading option और trading chance मिला तो trading कर लो. But attitude should be मैं ये 10-20 साल रखने वाला हूँ. आपने जनवरी में 50 रुपए में खरीदा, कोई NAV was 50 rupees. NAV goes to 70 rupees in say March or April. All means book your profit. आपने ये सोच के नहीं किया था, but इतना जंप आता है तो थोड़ा प्रॉफिट घर ले जाना बेटर है.
Okay. Sir, there is one question which client is asking, that he has invested in mutual fund and he has lost around 2 lakh rupees. The investment is 6 lakh rupees and he has lost 2 lakh rupees. In such case, what he should be doing it? So how to cope up with the losses in mutual fund?
See, whether it is mutual fund loss or equity loss, one of the very important things to learn while dealing with equity is Vipassana meditation, because you have to remain calm, right? So it is like a tiger coming near you in a forest. शायद वो कुछ नहीं करेगा, but तुम डर के मारे भागेगा, उसके ऊपर जाके गिरेगा तो problem है, right? So when the market creates panic situations, you have to be able to sit calmly. That is very important. So कुछ मत करो, आराम से बैठे रहो, market सुधरेगा. The question is, you have to believe in this. I can say ये होगा, but होगा के आपको भरोसा होना चाहिए कि होगा. That's all.
Okay. And there's a question from Mr. Harshal Shinde. He's asking that how to earn on a daily basis from the share market, and first of all, whether it is advisable to have that kind of approach.
Yeah, so every year you attend annual general meetings, and then the chairman will come, like say HDFC chairman will come and he'll say, the company has given 18% CAGR year on year if you have held HDFC Limited. Now, same thing can be said about an ITC, about an HUL, about even Larsen and Toubro and all. But nobody comes to the AGM and says, मैं सट्टा करके इतना कमाया. Every day I used to buy and sell Tata Power or HDFC or something like that and I made money. ऐसा बोलने वाला बहुत कम है. So लगता है कि बहुत आसान है, but it is not. We dramatically overestimate कि हम short term में इतना कमाएंगे, and we dramatically underestimate कि कुछ नहीं करने से कितना कमा सकते हो. आपको कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं थी और उसमें आपको 15-16% रिटर्न मिल जाता, बट आपने ट्रेडिंग किया और आपका 15-16% प्रिंसिपल से चला गया, राइट? दिस हैपेंस.
Right. Sir, there is a question, Mr. Suri K. He's asking that how can we manage both MF and direct stocks and at what ratio?
I don't mind if you have direct stocks, but make sure that you're a matured individual and you buy just say 1 or 2 shares a year. Let me repeat, 1 or 2 shares a year. साल में 2 शेयर खरीदो. आप 25 साल में इन्वेस्टमेंट स्टार्ट करते हो तो 60 साल, in next 35 years you should not buy more than 70 shares. But people buy 70 shares in 3 months. So you can't create such a messy portfolio and hope to make money. So if you have good portfolio creation skills, yes, you can, but it depends on you.
Okay, sir.
So I have a question, Amay, here.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody says that, we've been seeing that investors, I invest into stock market, but many times they're not actually investors and they're trading, and that is what you said. So I have 2 questions. One is, why do we see so many less investors, few investors who have actually made it big in the stock market? So there are only few Ramdev Agarwal, there are only few Rakesh Jhunjhunwalas of the world, or few R.K. Dambani ji. Vis-a-vis a lot of people who tell you that I trade and have not made money. And the other is, so why do you first of all see this trend?
Because we all like quick things, right? So Nikhil, I used to be a broker myself for about 10 years. So, and I have not done a single F&O trade. but my office used to run on these people doing F&O trade. So that you have an answer. So I earned a lot of money in F&O because I was a broker, and I earned a lot of money in F&O by staying away from F&O. So it is not for you to make money. And you will be shocked to know, but India mein utna research nahi hai, but in the US, the research shows that among traders, the profitable trades are got by only 1% of the traders. Can you imagine, would you cross the road if I told you 1% probability के तू वो side safe पहुंचेगा, तू जाएगा ही नहीं उस side. इतना कम probability का game लोग क्यों खेलते हैं समझ में नहीं आता है, but people play that game and it is disastrous. How many people must have sold their house in Bandra and gone to Mira Road and beyond, right? So on this side, when you hear during a mandi, you will hear of people saying, oh, they've sold in Ghatkopar, they've sold in Santa Cruz, they've gone to Dombivli or gone beyond, because simply to pay for the losses. हमको वो सुना ही नहीं देता है, so हमको ये पता नहीं चलता है. The failures are not tom-tom, no, nobody writes about them. I found one Ola driver who had lost 70-80 lakhs and then business band ho gaya. He was now driving an Ola taxi. So that is what happens. People think ke overnight paisa banega. And the problem is what, you know, first you go and do 20 shares, then 200 shares, then 500 shares. Then suddenly you're doing 25,000 shares. On that day when you lose money, जो पूरा कमा सब साफ हो जाता. अगर किसी को शक भी है कि ट्रेडिंग और गैम्बलिंग इतना नजदीक क्यों है, go and see what happened to Yudhishthir in Mahabharat, right? इतना अच्छा आदमी, इतना भला आदमी क्रीडांगन में घुस गया, and that's it. After that he couldn't go out. He put everything, all that he had. उसमें थोड़ा exaggeration हो सकता है, but so many traders lose money. In our office, I used to give them a title saying voluntary contributors to Subra Welfare Fund. आके दलाली देके जाते थे, गवर्नमेंट को टैक्स भर के जाते थे, खुद कभी पैसा लेके नहीं गए घर.
Very true, sir. So you had Nikhil, so you had the second part of the
second
question.
Yeah.
Second
So
part.
the other is, you know, you also talked about why rich people don't want you to be investors, and I think if you that was a brilliant thing that I heard.
Yeah. So if you see our education system itself, no, it was created by the British because they wanted clerks, they wanted army people and all that, and they wanted जिंदगी भर आप इसी कागज के अंदर लगे रहो. So आपको कुत्ता चाहिए, प्लीज आप डॉग लाइसेंस लो. आपको पेड़ काटना है तो पेड़ काटने का लाइसेंस लो. घर में रूम ऐड करना है तो we have not removed any of those things. So we are keeping our people busy by saying चलो ये सब करो. So then one of the important things is if the person starts investing in equities, पता चल जाएगा, अरे यार इसमें तो पैसा कमा सकता हूँ, मुझे कुछ करना नहीं है, मुझे अच्छे शेयर्स लेने हैं, लॉक करके अंदर रखने हैं, and it will grow. So if people find out, then they will not come to work. So we need a constant supply of these people, no? So I call it the author calls it the conspiracy of the rich. The rich do not want you to know that there are such nice, clean, good methods of making money. Take a very simple thing. Even, you know, forget equity. अगर 35-year-old है और वो अगर debt fund में डालता है in a growth scheme, and he removes the money at the age of 70. Okay, 35 years of compounding and 35 years no tax, correct? Whereas bank deposit में आप tax भरोगे, फिर भी see 14 lakh crores lies in bank deposits and 3 lakh crores lies in mutual funds. वो 14 लाख करोड़ को वहां से यहाँ शिफ्ट तो करना चाहिए ना, which is not shifting because people have got used to that old habits. So it's more a habit thing rather than anything. सोच के नहीं कर रहे हैं लोग. हाँ, मेरी दादी करती थी, मेरी नानी करती थी, मेरी मम्मी करती थी, इसीलिए मैं एफडी कर रही हूँ. ये क्या हुआ?
Right. Amay, over to you.
Yeah. So there is one question from Miss Purva Sonalkar. She's asking that LIC versus mutual fund, which is the best and why?
Okay, when she says LIC, largely what she means is an endowment. So let me explain to you the difference between saving and investing. When you earn money and you have a surplus, आपने 100 रुपया कमाया, आपने 50 रुपया खर्च किया, तो आपके पास 50 रुपया बच गया. That is saving. उसके लिए आपने कुछ किया नहीं, यही किया कि आपने खर्चा कम किया. तो वो आप बैंक में रख सकते हो, या बैंक में एफडी रख सकते हो, या तो LIC की पॉलिसी ले सकते हो. These are all saving, right? So when you have that kind of saving, you just get return around inflation rate. If inflation rate is about 6-7%, तो इसमें आपको 3-4% मिलेगा. मतलब आपको नुकसान हो रहा है, therefore LIC में नुकसान होगा। म्यूचुअल फंड्स में आओगे और म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स में डालोगे समझदारी से, आफ्टर टेकिंग एडवाइस, then there's a good chance that you will get a better return. So mutual funds are better, but please understand mutual funds में बहुत से हैं। जब मैं यहाँ बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स की बात कर रहा हूँ।
Right. So the next question is from Mr. Philip Paul. Now I think so in partly you have answered this question, but you know I am just taking his question that what is the income bracket one has to be realistically in to have a chance of amassing 100 crore wealth?
30-35 lakhs, because उसमें से आप टैक्स भरोगे, खर्चा करोगे, तो लाख 1.5 लाख रुपए बचाने की कोशिश करोगे। You will need that, especially if you're starting late in life. But even for such persons, creating 1,000 crores for their children is far easier. But for them, for 100 crores, या 25-35 लाख तो कमाना चाहिए। अगर वो आप लेट स्टार्ट कर रहे हो, अगर आप 20-22 साल में स्टार्ट कर रहे हो तो 50,000 का सैलरी भी काफी है।
Great. So we are almost done with all our questions. In case if any Nikhil sir, if you have any other question, or I have actually one question which I would love to ask you is that, you know, most of the times we come across the clients, and clients they say that they want something exciting in their portfolio. And as you said, and which I totally believe, is that, you know, the wealth can be made by simplicity only. Stay invested with same strategy for a very long period, and you will end up getting that wealth. How to make sure that this excitement thing can be reduced, or probably what should be the answer to the investors when they have this excitement?
No, the answer is there is no answer. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है। आपको excitement चाहिए तो आप गोवा जाओ, गोवा में बहुत कैसीनो है, या लास वेगास जाओ if you have more money, वहाँ आपको excitement मिलेगा, यहाँ आपको नहीं मिलेगा। यहाँ कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो। Good advice for food or good advice for wealth is very very boring, but it is very effective. आपका best is दाल चावल idli is good for you, right? So if your food is interesting and you're eating food, it means you are not eating healthy, right? So it is not possible. You cannot create excitement in investing. आप क्या करोगे? NAV को देखते रहोगे क्या पूरा दिन बैठ के? So for wealth creation, it is very important that the person be busy with something else and he let his fund manager work. नहीं तो हर रोज वो फंड मैनेजर को पूछेगा आज ये क्यों लिया, अच्छा आपने इन्फोसिस क्यों लिया, TCS क्यों नहीं लिया। बस फंड मैनेजर थोड़ी हर चीज का जवाब देगा, बोलेगा मेरे को पैसा दिया ना। This is like people, then you're talking of people who sit in the back seat and tell the driver what to do. A good driver will get down and go, बोलेगा तेरे को ये सब आता है तो तू ही करना। So you cannot do that. You have to let the fund manager manage it. कुछ मत करो, पैसा बनेगा, right?
May, there is a question by Rampal sir that, you know, many markets are very volatile. Many financial pundits have predicted that we are going to have a recession like earlier years. And for senior citizens, what is the way out? Take money out from markets or in a phased manner, because even Warren Buffett has not invested, or he exited just before the lockdown. I mean, just when the lockdown was announced, and he exited many stocks from airlines. Of course, we've seen Rampal Sahab, what has happened to airline stocks again. So he's been sitting on cash. Actually, if you see Rampal Sahab, and I'll just, Subra sir, if I'll take the liberty of answering part of the question and then maybe hand it over to you on this question, if you don't mind. I hope I have your permission, Subra sir.
Yeah, please.
So Rampal sir, if you see the Buffett has been holding cash for many years. I mean, it's just not that he's holding the cash right now. In fact, his cash is, of course, the cash has gone up marginally in last this year, but all along he's been holding a lot of cash. In fact, the book from which Subra sir presented the presentation was based on his book. Ken Fisher has said that the cash that he's holding on has also to attribute to his age. Is what he's said. And if you look at his age now, he's what? I mean, he's 88 now, and I mean, at this age, obviously, he's sitting on some cash. The other thing is, if markets remain like this, I mean, the economy gets into a recession or we get into a recession, let's assume we get into a longer recession for a very long period, you may see inflation also remaining constant or remaining very, very low. So obviously, the whole idea of equity investing is to earn little more than inflation. So we may see, if we remain in a lower inflation period, we'll see a subdued equity returns, we'll see a lower equity returns. But if we see inflation catching up again, going up again, obviously you'll come back to a better level. For someone who's a senior citizen, if you have 2 or 3 years of your expenses being manageable, I think investing, remaining in an equity, provided you have your emergency money and your cash flow is intact for your annual expenses, I think I would still go with equity. And look at Buffett, from 60 to 88, he's always made his money out of equity, not out of other investments. Subra sir, over to you.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can make money out of debt, right? 4%, 3% कमा के उसमें टैक्स भरने के बाद there is no chance you will make money in debt. You can make some money, you can make money in real estate, but the game is a very big game. Last 5 years, real estate has not made money. Maybe last 6 years, real estate has not made money. But again, it's a big game, right? It is at least you playing in crores. At any point in time, it's a crore plus, 2 crore plus for small properties in Bombay. So that is becomes difficult. So your SIP seems to be the only route available for equity. Equity में क्या हो सकता है? हाँ, 4 साल 5 साल कुछ नहीं होगा. The skill in equity money making is to be able to sit still during such bad market times. आराम से बैठ के you have to wait. You have to do your asset allocation properly. Right now, putting some money in gold, yes, it makes sense. If you have already there in the US market, booking profit makes sense. Why am I afraid of US market? 8 years bull run, boss. कभी तो मंदी आएगा. 2020 में आएगा, 21 में आएगा, 22 में आएगा या 23 में आएगा. We don't know. अगर ट्रम्प हार गया तो शायद 20 में आ जाए. We have no clue what will happen. तो थोड़ा प्रॉफिट घर ले जाओ, put into other asset classes. So buy some gold, keep some money in debt, which means a 2-year, I call it 2-year kind of thing. I mean, I'm sure your relationship managers will help you. Small duration वाला debt fund में रखो और equity में रखो. For senior citizens, you have to look saying, see, there are 2 reasons to invest in equity. One is you have to have the ability to take risk. Second, you have to have the need to take risk. So if there is an 80-year-old man, उसके पास 5 crore, 6 crore है, उसको जरूरत ही नहीं है रिस्क लेने का, तो क्यों रिस्क ले? Even in a liquid fund or something, he will make decent money. Why would you want standard deviation to be high? तो आप मत करो, आपको जरूरत ही नहीं है. हाँ, छोटा लड़का है, 14 साल का है, 15 साल का है, निवेश करना है, वो करें because he's got time for correction. Older people उतना रखो जितना आपको इन्फ्लेशन से प्रोटेक्शन लेना है और जितना आप अपनी लाइफ प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते हो, because you may live too long, much longer than you think. You think you'll die at 85, you may die at 95. So make a provision for living well till the age of 95. But beyond that, you need not be in equity. हाँ, इक्विटी में रह सकते हो if you want to do an intergenerational transfer. You want to give it to your grandchildren, then it's fine. You know why you're in equity. If you have nobody to give it to, you can be in debt or equity, doesn't matter. Asset allocation doesn't matter because you have assets much more than what you will need.
Correct. I agree with you.
Sir, in similar fashion, I remember talking to you when we were actually planning this webinar. You said that now the trend had changed in the sense people have started living longer, and because of which the planning has to happen for a longer duration. So on that, would you like to share some things?
Yeah, see, one of the jobs which I do is I attend a lot of funerals. Okay, so it removes the fear of death. So in the last 5 years, I must have attended 12, 13 funerals of people above the age of 100, right? So ये पहले नहीं होता था. पहले used to hear बहुत लंबा जिया 85 में मर गया, but today 100 is becoming quite normal. बहुत लोग हैं जो 100 years जीते हैं. So अगर आप 100 साल जीने वाले हो, तो आपका पैसा 100 साल प्लस एक दिन तो जीना पड़ेगा ना. Your money can't die before you. So learning to manage money, learning to handle volatility and sitting on cash. अच्छा, मेरे पास इतना कैश है और इतना पैसा बैंक में है कि मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है इक्विटी में हो नहीं हो. That's a very happy position because I don't have to manage all that. How at age of 85 and 90, how am I going to manage small cap, mid cap, dividend aaya ke nahi aaya? It's going to be very difficult, right? So therefore, this you have to be prepared with a big amount. Maybe at 80 or 75, you go put money in annuity, which is a bad asset, and bank fixed deposit, again a bad asset. Earn income from that, pay tax, and live. So longevity is a new disease. Longevity is perhaps worse than COVID.
If I may ask,
Yeah,
Maya?
yeah, sir. Please, I was just about to ask you.
Sir, you correctly said that there is a lot of money which is not in equity. And in India, yes, it's more in other avenues. So this has been so for some time now. And of course, maybe
Yes.
this audience here, we are all into mutual funds. So maybe we don't have the answer to this question. But what I want to know is what could be done then to get this moving into equity? I mean, is it lack of efforts from convincing, or is it a risk awareness? Why is this transition not happening?
See, transition is not happening because of corporate governance. You know, there is an issue that out of 9,000 companies, maybe only 150 are good. So people don't know where to put. So when they put money in HDFC Bank, they say, नहीं ये तो बहुत महंगा हो गया, चलो हमको कुछ सस्ता दिखाओ. Then they lose money. Then they don't want to come back to it. So then people say, अरे my father lost a lot of money during Harshad time. So हमारा खानदान में कोई पैसा नहीं डालता है. They say all that. So very difficult. They're very difficult to say. I think there are just too many reasons. One of the things is if your family does not have a culture of investing in equities, you will not. It takes a lot of time because children who invest in equities and after 3-4 years ये कोविड जैसा हो गया तो उनके माँ बाप तो उनको बोलते सांगितलं होतं तुला आपल्याला नको ना आपल्याला इक्विटी मार्केट नको and they pull them away. So it's very difficult for these kids and depending on the community again. For Gujaratis and Marwadis, it is more natural to put money in equity. For Tamilians and Maharashtrians, it is more difficult to convince their parents that they have to put. So community पे भी फर्क पड़ता है. So गुजरात में हर एक बंदा इन्वेस्ट करता है. वेस्ट बंगाल जाओगे तो हर एक बंदा बैंक में रखता है पैसा. So it depends on a lot of factors.
And
It also depends if your father had bought some money, had put some share and that had grown a lot. You'd say, "Arey, you have positive experience, so you will put." But if your father had lost money, you will say, "Arey, nako aplela, we will not go that side." So your personal positive experience or family positive experience also helps.
Yeah. And also, Deepu sir, I think the fact that the price discovery happens every day in markets. So every day people look at value and hope that the markets will go. I mean, what is my NAV happening to my NAV or my stock price? Whereas we don't look at our house price on a daily basis, or even if we get a daily basis, house price on a daily basis, we will not do anything about it. So I think these two factors have always.
No, yeah. Taking away from Nikhil, if suppose Nikhil bought a house and if a broker calls up every day morning and evening, Nikhil उसको बोलेगा बंद कर यार मेरे को कुछ करने का नहीं है. लेकिन वो टीवी में टिकर चैनल स्टार्ट होगा तभी प्राइस आएगा. इस वाइफ विल से बोला था तेरे को मत ले, देख भाव गिर गया, तो उसको गाली भी सुनना पड़ता है. अच्छा, उसका घर का भाव होगा 5 करोड़ और उसका नेबर का फ्लैट बिका होगा 4 करोड़ में. इस वाइफ विल से अरे वो 4 करोड़ में गया. इसे नहीं नहीं अपना क्या है, अपना विंडो में अपना ऑरेंज कलर लगाया ना, अपने को 5 करोड़ मिलेगा. एंड देयर इज नो वे टू चेक दैट ऑल्सो. वेयर इज इन्फोसिस का भाव साला एवरी डे आता है, भाव में टिकर में आता है. तो उसकी बीवी बोलेगी बोला था मत ले, देख क्या हो गया, एक्स बोनस हुआ होगा, शी मे नॉट नो, बट वो गाली तो पड़ेगी. तो व्हाई वुड यू डू दैट? सो यूड रादर बाय अ रियल एस्टेट एंड कीप क्वाइट अबाउट इट.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And the other thing that, sir, I've seen is that unit size or the investment amount in stocks or in mutual funds is smaller than the house that you buy. So a 5 crore becoming 10 crore, we think that, we've made returns. But 5 lakh becoming 10 lakhs in mutual fund is also 100% return. But optically, the returns look far bigger, obviously, because you're also leveraged at times in the house. So these two factors I feel, and one of the things that Subra sir and I always discuss is what we've seen in our cases is equity may people have made money out of lost certificates.
Yes.
They find certificates sitting in the house, and they realize, oh, this is, and it happened with one of our investors that He found out some certificates. He came to us, and then we checked the prices, and boom, the wealth that he had created over the lost certificates was far bigger than what he could have created out of other investments.
नो निखिल, मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंटली 5 करोड़ का घर नहीं होता है वो 1 करोड़ का घर होता है। 4 करोड़ वो HDFC से बोरो करता है और 8 करोड़ रिपे करता है। तो उसका टोटल कॉस्ट कितना हुआ? 9 करोड़। वो 10 करोड़ में बेचता है, लेकिन उसका मन में 5 करोड़ बैठा है। वो 4 करोड़ जो ब्याज दिया HDFC को वो भूल जाता है। सो whenever anybody came to me over the last 25, 30, 40 years saying मैं होम लोन ले रहा हूँ, मैं उसको बोलता था HDFC से ले रहा है ना, 100 शेयर ले ले HDFC का। So he's made more money on that 100 shares than he's made on. So I used to tell him, "तो ब्याज इतना दे रहा है ना, तेरा ही पैसा वापस आएगा. So you buy 100, 200 shares." So that is what they could afford those shares, but they've made a lot of money in those 100, 200 shares.
Yes, that's a very nice way to put it. Actually, I remember a Marwadi friend of mine telling me that the day he bought a Maruti, he bought Maruti shares also. He said, "If I'm giving money to Maruti, I might as well make money from Maruti." Trust me, he actually made. Ultimately went on to buy a Mercedes out of that money. So
Yeah, so there is absolutely no doubt. I mean, the wealth that HDFC Limited has created, उससे समझ जाता है ना आपको कौन ज्यादा पैसा बनाया, घर लेने वाला या शेयर लेने वाला। घर का ना मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, आप जो ब्याज देते हो वो कभी गिनते नहीं हो निखिल। इफ यू डू दिस कैलकुलेशन एंड शो पीपल, दे विल फील मिजरेबल कि कितना कम रिटर्न मिला है। वो बोलता है 5 करोड़ का घर लिया, 10 करोड़ में बेचा। अरे 4 करोड़ ब्याज दिया तुमने HDFC को।
yeah. So the day we bought a house, I went and told my wife that I've got a new job today. So she said, "Which?" So I said, "ICICI Bank." अभी वहाँ पे जो जॉब को जाऊंगा, I'm going to earn for them, not for myself from today. So
I also tell this निखिल, मैं बोलता है कि ICICI और HDFC बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं। ये घर में जो नेम प्लेट है ना, वही तुम्हारा है, और तुमको लगता है घर तुम्हारा है, 2 महीना इंस्टॉलमेंट नहीं भरो, पता चल जाएगा किसका घर है। 90% उसका है, 10% तुम्हारा है। बाद में तुम रगड़ रगड़ के चुकाएगा, बाद में घर तुम्हारा होता है।
yeah.
It is a big emotional thing because the wife will like to say, "This is my house." बच्चों का एडमिशन अच्छा स्कूल में हो जाएगा, then people don't like to leave that place. So it is an emotional attachment, but logic नहीं बैठता है। और हमने इतना हिंदी पिक्चर बताया कि when this guy, when the landlord throws him out, बारिश हो रहा है, वो बच्चा एक फोटो को पकड़ के खड़ा होगा, "मम्मी अब हमारा क्या होगा, हम तो फुटपाथ पे आ गए हैं।" ये सब अभी कुछ नहीं है। Today actually landlords are worried. If you are staying on rent and you tell the landlord you are leaving, बोलेगा नहीं नहीं आप rent थोड़ा कम कर लो, आप मत जाओ। Landlords are more desperate than tenants today. Things have changed. Look at the interest rates. In India, you can easily earn 7-8% today in a decently managed debt fund. और घर लेके भाड़े पे दोगे तो 1% रिटर्न मिलता है। जब तक वो नजदीक नहीं आते हैं, जब तक रेंट्स बढ़ता नहीं है, रियल एस्टेट इज नॉट वर्थ बाइंग।
I agree. However, we feel that one house that one should own, but don't over leverage it while buying that home, because there are a lot of convenience attached to it. Moving every 3-4 years is not possible.
There's one more thing, Nikhil. Last 5-6 years, at least 5+ years से रियल एस्टेट नहीं चला है, तो शायद 1-2 साल नहीं चलेगा, बाद में बूम आएगा। ऐसा नहीं कि कोई एक एसेट क्लास चलेगा ही नहीं। गोल्ड इतना साल नहीं चला था, अभी 1 साल से अच्छा रिटर्न दिया है। सो ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं चलेगा, चलेगा, बट आप अपना एसेट एलोकेशन देखो। आपके पास 50 लाख इक्विटी में है और आप 5 करोड़ के घर में रह रहे हो, तो यू स्क्यूड towards real estate. You should have more equity and less real estate.
Yes. We believe that one can have up to about 40% of their investment in real estate. Rest has to be in maybe some in gold, some in financial assets, because ultimately assets don't make you rich. The cash flow that you get, or cash, makes you rich. And this was the time when everybody realized cash was king. So
yes, absolutely.
And the other thing, like Saura sir highlighted, in fact, if you see in India, when should you buy a house and put it on rent? When your interest rate that you're paying to the bank is less than the yield that you get on the rent. That's the time when real estate is not expensive. Real estate is, and that's why it makes sense for people to buy houses in Singapore or other countries where the interest rates are low and the rental yields are high. In India, I think rental yields, I mean, it's just the builder. You're only working for two people, the developer and the banker.
Yeah, banker makes money. HDFC makes money, not you.
But in
I
the
mean,
long
even,
run,
sorry.
when the cycle turns, obviously you need to have
हाँ,
asset classes. It's just not that you can only have one asset class of
yeah,
where
you cannot, you
only
cannot.
financial assets.
तेजी में वो अच्छा लगता है कि मेरा सब पैसा इक्विटी में है और इक्विटी अभी तेजी में है, बट इक्विटी जब गिरता है तो लगेगा अरे यार थोड़ा तो बुक करके घर लेना चाहिए था. सो व्हेन यू बुक अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स, लाइक आपने 4-5 करोड़ यूएस फंड्स में डाला था, अभी वो उसका 10 करोड़ हो गया, 15 करोड़ हो गया. थोड़ा पैसा यूएस से निकालो भाई, सब पैसा डॉलर में मत रखो, थोड़ा पैसा लाओ और रियल एस्टेट खरीदो. बट बोरो मत करो, और अगर रियल एस्टेट खरीदना है तो कोशिश करो कि 50% खुद का हो और 50% बोरो करो. ऐसा नहीं कि 90% बोरो करो, इतना ब्याज देके वर्थ नहीं.
Yeah. So in fact, Charlie Munger in this time's annual meet said that three L's which are very dangerous, and one of the L was leverage. So
Correct.
the other one was liquor, obviously, and so three L's which are dangerous is leverage and liquor for sure out of the three.
Yeah, absolutely. Leverage kills. Public भूल जाता है. See what happens, वो घर खरीदता है, उसकी अच्छी नौकरी रहती है तो EMI चुका देता है. नौकरी चली गई, या आदमी मर गया, या आदमी कोमा में चला गया, what happens to the loan, what happens to the family? वो सब सोचो यार. सब रिस्क का सोचेगा तो फिर you don't feel like leveraging so much, because आजकल नौकरियां जाती है, तो then what happens to you? So those risks happen, no? So therefore try to put 50-60% of your own money, कहीं से भी निकाल के, इक्विटी में प्रॉफिट बुक किया, कुछ भी किया, वो सब करके try to put a lot of your own money, then buy a house. Don't borrow so much and buy a house.
Well, that's a good
Sir, some time back, I mean, we'll just touch upon the last aspect actually, which I wanted to ask you is that you just mentioned about the emotion part. Now, when the investing comes, of course, the emotion comes in between. So, in that way, do you want to throw some light on that? How to
Yeah, so
keep detached
when
yourself?
yeah, so when you're talking to your clients, most clients will have a child, so they need a child plan, and all of the clients anyway need a pension plan. And you say, boss, इसमें तुम market में क्या होता है मोद मत देखो, be focused on your goal. Your goal is your child has to go to college, your child has to get married or get higher education. Look at that goal. आप बाजू में इधर उधर देखो मत. I keep telling people, आपको ऑब्स्टिकल कभी दिखता है जब भी आपका नजर गोल से हट जाता है, नहीं तो आपको ऑब्स्टिकल दिखना ही नहीं चाहिए. रोड में पत्थर है या जो भी है तो आप जाओगे ही ना, आपको जाना ही है. सो यू नो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो सेम टू प्रोडक्ट्स, वन इज अ चाइल्ड प्रोडक्ट एंड वन इज अ रिटायरमेंट प्रोडक्ट, और यू मेक अ डब्बा कि ये लार्ज कैप, ये मिड कैप, ये डेट फंड, ये सब मिला के आपका रिटायरमेंट प्लान. सो एक रिटायरमेंट का डब्बा और एक चाइल्ड का डब्बा. Be focused on the goal. If you're focused on the goal, फिर ये सब आपको, imagine those people who pulled out in the month of March because the market fell, completely missed the rally of April, right? So आप वो टाइमिंग वाइमिंग ट्राई मत करो. टाइमिंग ट्राई करना है तो एक छोटा सा पोर्शन रखो. आपके पास 100 रुपया है तो 10-15 रुपया रखो, जिसमें आपको जो खेलना है वो खेलो. Fund management is a serious job to be done alone. So you need a team. You need somebody like Nayak Wealth team. Nikhil is also not doing it alone, right? He has to have a team. Somebody has to analyze the fund. Somebody has to make sure that the application is lodged, right? The whole process needs a team. So therefore there is a team, right?
Great, so wonderful. I would love to actually continue this discussion, but we all have some limitations on time, so we'll have to wrap the event today. It was lovely to have you. I'll just request my colleague Harish Punjabi to do vote of thanks for you, sir.
Thanks, Amay. Thank you, sir, for sharing these 10 mantras to create wealth. Among these mantras, we saw how the 10th mantra, to earn well, save well, and invest more for a long term, can make a great difference with the help of compounding. I, on behalf of entire Nayak Wealth and Nayak Insurance Broking team, would like to thank you for today's wonderful session, and we would love to have you again. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Just send me the queries so that I can then answer it on my blog or on my video
Sure,
or
sir.
something.
Sure, sir, sure. I would also lastly like to remind everybody for our upcoming webinars, we will soon get in touch with you and share the timings and registration links for these webinars. Lastly, I would also like to thank you all for participating in our webinar today. Your amazing response and feedback motivates our team to do better every time. Thank you once again and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Naik Wealth, for
Thank you.
having me there. It was a pleasure dealing with you. We'll hope to do it
Sir,
again.
I've always had wonderful conversations with you, and I look forward to having many more conversations with all of us. Thank you so much, Subra sir. Thank you, Deepu sir. It was a pleasure having you, and thanks everyone.
Thank you, Nikhil. See you. Bye.
Thank you. Take care. Have a nice weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.